The year 2003. And where has Yu-Gi-Oh gone in all those years? Good question, I don't know. But what I do know is that I found a deck list that has opened my world view to playing other decks for a change. Introducing Sky Striker! Yay! Why am I playing this deck again? Oh right, because I found out it's actually really fun. You see, this deck list isn't new in the slightest. It's gotten 2 skills, it's gotten a lot of support and care from the developers, Konami. However, it was free. And it turns out it's not that bad in mid-ladder, where I'm currently at in ranked duels. Let me show you the card by card, and then maybe some games might also change your mind towards playing this literally free-to-play game. Just get a friend, steal your friend's phone for a little bit, get him to play a bit, and there you go. You got yourself a deck close to like the one I'm gonna show you now. Stop right there. This is the deck list for my new Sky Striker deck. So new, in fact, that I haven't even changed the name from deck. We've got ourselves Sky Strikers. It's missing a specific item, just in case you haven't noticed, because I am dirt poor gem-wise. However, I'm still able to make this work with a couple of cards that allow me to play a pretty consistent decks. Starting off, we got a couple of monsters, Roz and Ray, 2 different cards that have different effects. Ray being our main go-to for linking. We've got ourselves HAMP to disrupt boards since we're missing a certain anchor, along with White Princess, which will help us whenever people start swinging. In terms of spells, we've got the classic Engage, of course, because I've only gotten the free-to-play deck list. I'm only rocking with 2 compared to the 3. However, as you'll see in the upcoming clips, not that bad consistency-wise. We've got Linkage, I was able to pull this off, and it allows us to bounce cards that were targeted. Cards is my new way of describing these cardboard pieces of paper. We've got 2 copies of Multi-Roll, 2 copies of Jamming Wave, 3 copies of Table of Contents. This is preferred when we're going first, however helps out with the popping abilities that come with the Field Spell and Multi-Roll, especially with Linkage. We've got Vector Blast helping out with the disruption on our opponent's side, and could help out if we don't grab Table of Contents soon enough. We've got 1 Area 0, which will help us out since the skill comes with just 1. 2 copies of Afterburners, 1 copy of Shark Cannon, and then 1 copy of Ego Booster along with Hercules Base. Some of these cards are for specific techs compared to others. In terms of the extra deck, we've got ourselves Kagari, 2 copies of Shizuku, 2 copies of Zeke, not 1. We got 2 copies of Hayate and 2 copies of Kiana. With the skill, we've got Ace Defying Fate. At first I didn't know why the other one wasn't good enough until I read the skill. Now the skill only activates if the deck contains 1 Roz or 9 or more Spell Striker spell cards. Sky Striker spell cards. Either way, the conditions doesn't matter. We got 4 Sky Striker Ace Link monsters, except for the ones that already contain 3 ofs, which is why we are playing 2 ofs. And place 1 Airspace Area 0 in face down on the zone. And then also the second ability, which sends up to 2 cards from hand or field to the graveyard to draw 1 card. This is preferred if you need to add spells into the graveyard quicker. However, it does not proc Area 0. That's alright. I think we'll live. This does allow us, however, to get our second copy of Kagari, which is preferred when we are going into combos. And it also has a different art style compared to the one you get with the gems. I'm going to be hopping into a couple of different games, so definitely check those games out. They're good, I think. update, real quick update, I promise you. I'm looking at this extra 3 of card, not knowing what it does, but only thinking, wow, this one's got to be newer support because it is different from Engage. No, this is just Engage with different art. Oh, I feel so slow. It's fine. We're adding that into the deck list. I don't know if this is going to throw off the consistency of the deck list. However, getting that 3 of definitely will help. Alright, let's just get into the games. Going up against Taya Gardner with an archetype skill, meaning it's probably, there you go, Virtuous Bonds. We started off with a deck with Engage, it looks like Roz, Hercules, and jamming Waves. Found that last one there. But it looks like our opponent's going first with Sky Striker. That is okay. It's not like it's the end of the world. However, yep, they can develop some big boards if I am not careful. Starting off with the Virtuous. We are going to see Sword Soul Moyi pull up. And this is already not looking good. This is the 1-card combo that can jump Sword Soul into full on good. Full on good. So of course we're gonna have to sit here and watch. We have absolutely no ability to counteract except for just going ahead and trying. Sets another card and ends turn. This allows us to add cards into our extra and draw a card for Vector Blast. We kind of want to bait out any negates as possible. I think that Vector Blasting right now could potentially do that. However, I am not fully certain. They start off, it looks like, thinking and allowing for the 3 card. That's actually really great so far. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit down Herculean base, not activating Engage yet because we want to bait out any plays. I think he's going to let this happen. If he does, then that's bad. He does. But that's okay because we still have... Ooh, what do we have? This is really bad. I was trying to bait something out, but it looks like he's keeping up with the cards and reading the description. No. We're going to target Engage, and all 3 of them are going right back. That's probably going to be fine if we can combo off here. This one, linkage, go for that, go. Let's do it. I'm just spitballing here. I'm not pretending like I have the greatest line prepared out. I'm just trying to get him to negate something. He's holding on to that negation for his dear life. That is insane. We're going in for the Kayana. These cards get sent back. Target a card. If this person has been reading, yep, they've been reading. They're keeping an eye out, and that's insane. They got the mental patience up. Forbidden Droplet activates, allowing us summon, get the 2, banish the 1. Okay, went a bit preemptive there. Giving this opponent too much credit can be dangerous. We go in for this card, sent to the graveyard. We can't just start linking here. We gotta go for the 2 Zeke to get rid of one of the cards. However, he still has a possible monster effect negate. Eclipse. Now that's interesting. Let's go in for the Raws here. I think I still could have Zeked either way. Let's take a look. No, we couldn't. We're going in for the Zeke. Zeke is for face-up monsters. Please don't tell me that's true. That's true. It's only for face-up monsters. Either way, we get to use Zeke's ability to target our face-down Ray, send it away. Then we go engage. And let's see. Did we actually have... We did have 3 link cards. Perfect. We're going to have to choose something for here. The main thing is we gotta make sure we don't get instantly clobbered for this next game. Our next turn. So we really should go for Ego Booster and hope that we can grab something good on this next draw. Another Ray, not that good. Either way, we can't do this here. That would destroy Ego Booster, which isn't a good idea at all. Let's take a quick look over at the cards he had. Zero Defense Tenyi would probably be a better target overall compared to the 3000 one here. Let's go for Ace Defying Fate to send the hand card and draw 1. White Princess might actually be a good idea to hold on to. So let's attack the Tenyi. That will crash into there. We are not going to summon the Raws. No. Terrible idea to send a card into our main monster zone. Sword Soul's turn eclipses, but we have no cards face down. From the activation, draws 1. We're doing pretty good. We can activate Ego Booster now, which will allow us to target our monster, please, and he should not negate it. That means now he is immune to destruction and card effect. Pretty good. He's now going to battle in order to please get me for that 500, but White Princess activates. You love to see it. Surrender. No, not quite. Still holding on to that face down card. If only we had a card that destroys face down spell and trap cards. Jamming Waves destroys their back row. We place Area 0 and wait for the surrender. We do not get the surrender, so we attack for game. I promise you, even if I just BS my way through lines, I'm still having fun. It's a good deck list. So let's go on to game 2. We're going to get a couple very bright lights from my screen over here, but either way, it looks like we are about to face Seto Kaiba. Ooh, I wonder what deck list you're playing, you know? We're going first, which means that we have to build an excuse of a board before my opponent tears it all down. TOC coming in clutch. Yes, you love to see it. Or specifically, I love to see it. We place down our special place down. Okay. Excuse the lag pit here and my lack of English at the time of recording. I don't know why it's not placing down, but we're trying to go for the 3 table of contents in order for our next spell effect to gain the additional effect. We are going to, of course, set down TOC to activate Area 0, which surprisingly does not only target Sky Striker cards. This allows us to now draw Engage. Yes, that's right. And because we have 3 cards in the field, we gain a +1. Ooh! That's good to see. Let's take a look over at what our field needs. We've got Ray already there. Looks like maybe having multi-roll However, the issue then comes in with not having any cards to set back. Looks like then we're going to have to just set up a board for next turn. We're going to get Eagle Booster and looks like Hercules. I don't think I want to hold on to Hercules right now, especially since I don't really have much to use. We get a second Engage. Love to see it. Engage activates, and now we could go on to our actual combo. We're going into multi-roll to draw a card. Afterburner. We activate multi-roll in middle always. Don't know what this was, but always. And now we get to, it looks like just normal summon Ray. We normal summon Ray, which has a couple of different lines pop out, but instead of doing anything too soon, we're going to go for red into the field. Red will pull in and engage from my graveyard, or we could do Hercules. That one is also good for the shuffle, but engage is just great for having a hand available. We're going to draw Engage and then activate Engage right away. Let's go for, let's say, Vector Blast would be funny. Linkage would be smart. Then we're going to draw a card from our deck. After one eternity later, we drew the Area 0. Set 1, set 2, then we activate blue from red in order to get that extra +1. Not activating that card just yet, and turn and activate Shizuku. Let's see, eeny, miny, mo. I think I'm going to choose Jamming Waves in case they set back row. That could have been a rhyme. I didn't try. My opponent now goes, and it has a board that is going to be rough. We've got Eagle Boosters and we've got Linkage, both being quick play spells. Before, I used to always activate Eagle Boosters first as a first line defense. However, I then realized that maybe setting the other card is better. Starting off with Alternative Dragon. Okay, we are probably going to want to Eagle Booster this case here, because of course this one, oh, it destroys. White Spirit does the banishing. Excuse me for not being smart. He's going to now target blue. We Linkage here. Then we target blue, send it, and then summon yellow. Yellow targets our alternative friend here, avoiding any ability to attack. Now, of course, he still has a bunch of lines to go. He could fuse whatever. Still, we see Kaiba Man activate. I'm trying to read, excuse me. Shows the first 3 cards, including alternative. Looks like he can summon from the deck. We got Blue Eyes up on the field now. We gotta be very careful here, but White Princess hopefully is going to help us see better play. Sending the tuner in order to draw more dragon monsters. We're seeing Chaos Dragon Levineer and Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. Jet Dragon is gonna be so annoying. That's fine. We got a full board of monsters unless he synchros now, which should be good. Yep, the synchro goes through into Lightstorm Dragon. I think this is the draw spell. Targets my Eagle Booster. That's fine, we can use it now. It's okay, we'll survive if I did the math correctly. Kayana also gives me 100 because I activated Eagle Booster. Interesting. Jet Dragon activates now, so we're going to have to see play there with 60 seconds to react to any of their advances. Oof. That is kind of a negative that I see a lot with this game, or this deck, I mean. A lot of time losses compared to the character losses, because I'm trying to use this whole thing here, you know what I'm saying? It's rough being a Sky Striker player. Exceeding into Galactic Tachyon Dragon. Wow, that's interesting. This one is more focused on, it looks like negating effects, gaining life, and no, I mean attack. Doesn't matter, he's doing the equip one to, I guess, target multi-roll? Photon Galaxy to destroy one of my face-up cards. If he tries to get my monster, what happens? Obviously nothing, but no, multi-roll. Yep, I knew it. Destroying our continuous spell. My opponent now gets to banish, yep, for Chaos Levineer Dragon. Does this card have the secondary effect? Probably going to destroy a couple of cards. Nope, he only used light monsters. Now that alternative is back on the field, he's going to activate the effect to destroy. Huh? Wrong target, because Eagle Booster allows me to avoid your monster effect negation. Ugh, doesn't read much. Exceed summoning now to get Heradic. Whoa, this one's a different one. I was expecting a different type of Heradic Overlord Exceed level 8 monster, but okay. No, that's fine. So it looks like he's trying to destroy more cards. Now, if he destroys my field spell, that gives me a free ray from deck. Unless, nope, I do have one in deck. Interesting. He's attacking now. So now let's activate White Princess. This is going to allow me to avoid, well, except for one attack. That's not fully true. I can't say that I'm going to avoid every attack, as now, thanks to my yellow monster, I survived with full health. Let's get started on the destruction. Let's go with Afterburners to destroy that Photon Dragon. We cannot destroy any other card. We gain the 100. Let's go into Engage. Engage is going to give us another Afterburners. And then maybe draw our multi-roll? We can hope so, but the main focus now is the destruction of him. Ooh, it looks like we can hamp this person. No other reason, just because I'm petty, I'm going to do that. We're now going to special summon Hamp just to destroy it. Let's go Afterburners this card of mine. Do not destroy anything else, even though I technically could. Now, Blue Eyes Jet Dragon activates its effects, special summons onto the field. Not good. What we're going to do then is we're going to activate Roz from hand. You might think this is a blunder, but I could either go into Zeke to target, banish, or I can activate here to draw from deck. We're going to go Zeke it because I like that line better, especially after I said it out loud. We now special summon Zeke. Zeke activates its effects. And bye-bye Jet Dragon. I believe that's just for the turn. However, we can now do a couple of different lines. Instead, we're going straight for Kagari. Kagari is going to give us the most damage, especially after 20 cards have reached my graveyard compared to his measly 7. Ooh, 20 seconds on the clock. Let's go grab a good card. We're going to grab Eagle Booster for the next turn. Set, and then attack. We barely have enough time, so we gotta just end the turn right away. No need for any development there. I could have attempted to have gone for my Ray after targeting the field spell. However, what's the phrase? It's hindsight is 2020. Yep, that's the phrase. Summons Polymerization. We're going to Eagle now the card of mine, Kagari. And with that 4300 HP, it looks like I'm probably going to survive whatever card they throw my way, as Eagle Booster prevents Kagari from both being destroyed by battle and from being targeted with card effects. Let me just double check, make sure I'm not lying to your faces. Unaffected by card effects this turn. Monster, spell, I don't think it matters. Summons up the Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon. I believe this does 2 attacks instead of just a singular one. Activates effect. Does that second 300 damage. And it looks like activates its effect. Which effect was that? Zeke sadly wasn't strong enough to keep that card away. Let's go on here and set jamming waves, target jamming waves. I don't believe he can interact much from here. We got multi-roll, but multi-roll doesn't really help right now unless it's to get Zeke back in the field. Either way, we can just attack overhead, do a direct attack, as he's got really not much else to do. We're going to go for a Hayate. This one's going to snipe him for the easy win. We get a loss of nothing even. Go straight for the battle, attack over all of these flying dragons, and win the duel. Frick yes, that's awesome. I've got to warn you. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry for jumping right on in, but I've got to warn you. This deck is not perfect, okay? It requires a good pilot in order to even execute good strategies there. And it only even took me now to find my 3rd copy of Engage, which I somehow had this whole time. So, again, nowhere close to King of Game Materials, maybe. Yeah, it's still a fun deck I want to try out. Let me know in the comment what deck you want to play, yet can't because the meta's killed it. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, be sure to like and subscribe. Do that exact same thing I just said now, but on my Twitch. And what's a good outro that fits with the theme of people like this? Oh, you guys want to see my cool sword?